I was just wondering if we actually fully understand what's proposed, you know? Like where they actually want to put the space launching. We came down to Little Presque Isle, which is right over here, which is right off of 550, which is just a few miles north of Marquette. This is where everybody comes to enjoy this great wild outdoors. The launching site is right here. Right here. So can you imagine coming to Little Presque and bringing your family out here and then having rocket launching just going up with all the noise going on? I just don't understand if we quite understand where it's being proposed to go and how close it is to our wild spaces that we come to detach ourselves from the busyness and the pollution of the world. We come here intentionally. And right behind my family is where you'd have rockets going up into low orbit. So let's really consider about coming to these places right now and appreciating them and really just gazing at where they're proposing to industrialize our lakeshore.
Before we see some more sites on the ground, let's take a look at a map for perspective. This is Lower Michigan, this is Upper Michigan, and Lake Superior we share with Canada. Where the proposed launch site is Granite Loma, which is in the red. This is exactly directly right on the recreational corridor, which runs from Marquette to Big Bay, which is accessed by Highway 550. From Marquette to Granite Loma, many of the places that we enjoy are Sugarloaf, Hogback Mountain, Wetmore Landing, Little Presque Isle, Echo Lake Nature Preserve, Harlow Lake and its cabins, Hidden Beach, Little Garlic Falls, and the Big Garlic River, just to name a few. From Granite Loma to Big Bay, many of the things that we like to do are Yellow Dog River and Yellow Dog Falls, Alder Falls, Bushy Falls, Thomas Rock Overlook, and a lot of people take their ATVs back here. There's a lot of people who hunt in this area, boat in this area, snowmobile in this area, ski and hike, and gather. So the communities also, it's important to note that are affected. There's a lot of people who live from Marquette to Big Bay right here, especially on Eagle's Nest, Halfway Village, which is right here, and Saux Head Lake. Let's get back on the ground and take another look.
So here we are at Echo Lake, which you can see right here. This is Hogback, this is Sugarloaf, and over in the distance is Little Presque Isle. This is in the nature preserve. This is Echo Lake. This is at a lookout. And just to give you some perspective, this was given to me by one of the children that came on the hike with us today to come here. You will be having, or we would be having, rockets going up right over here.
The beauty of this place, it really makes you realize that you have to go out in nature and really experience and enjoy that. And then doing that, it motivates you to take action to protect this place.
Just a little bit up from Little Presque Isle Point, there is actually wetland mitigation site here. Now we're just a little bit further north on 550. As you can see, there's a sign here because we're at the other entrance to Eagle's Nest Road. To give you some perspective, if you like hiking the Little Garlic River hike, the Little Garlic River Falls, that's right here. And the projected spaceport on Granite Loma is going to be right in the distance, about right there. So that's about where we're standing, where that sign says Little Garlic River. And this is where we usually go hiking. Okay, and we're at the Big Garlic River, which is a beautiful river, beautiful crystal clear river. It goes down into Granite Loma. And again, we'll be going up about right here. In the spring, there's a lot of deer that migrate right here. It's a very active deer crossings area. And there's this favorite there's birch stands, and then there's this really cool pond where there's a lot of migrating birds that stop. So right in there is a crane, right in the middle. I just pulled off of the highway a little bit north of the pond and Big Garlic River, and I'm on the right of way here. But if you look here, you can see there's a windmill in the distance. It's a little hard to see, but right to the right of that is the proposed launch site. And we're just going to go a little bit more north, and I'll show you Saux Head Trailhead. Okay, and now we are at Saux Head Trailhead. We'll take a right down this road. This is going to lead to Saux Head Lake and the Noquemanon trail system of Saux Head Trailhead. So now I'm on Saux Head Lake, and as you can see, people live here year-round. And in the distance is that marker, which is the windmill. On the other side of that directly is where the rocket would be launching from. So you can see that these people all are going to be severely close to this site. And I'll show you a little bit more. And here's a beautiful shot just of how gorgeous and secluded this area is with this lake, which is its own habitat region, and just how close this is to this area. And it's really important to understand that this isn't just a secluded wilderness area, that there are actually a lot of people who are living within a few miles of this launch site. So this isn't, you know, in the backwoods somewhere. This is where families are raising, or parents are raising families, and kids are playing, and people are swimming and kayaking and boating. And I just wanted to give you some perspective of just how close that is, and what beautiful area this has been untouched for so long. And we need to probably decide if we want to keep it that way, or if we're going to industrialize that area right there permanently. And here we are at Saux Head Trailhead. There's two entrances to the Noquemanon Trail System, one at the beginning part of this road, and this is the second access point. The lake is right here. So literally the launch site is right on the other side of these trees on the other side of this lake, which is going to affect anybody who comes here for cross-country skiing and who comes here in the summer. Also within this woods is old growth forest. There's an old growth hemlock and pine stand, which I will show you some footage of. So it's really important that we understand that this area within here has been untouched and serves as a boreal old growth community in need of protection for all the species that live there.
rocket launch here. No rocket launch here. No rocket launch here. No rocket launch here.